Our top story tonight, LA City Councilman Kevin de León came to our newsroom today and revealed that he will not leave office. But it's only making the calls for his resignation louder in the wake of that leaked racist recording.
Well, KCAL 9 political reporter Tom Wade is here now with his exclusive one-on-one with the councilman. Tom.
And Susie and Jeff, we're already hearing tonight from some of the top leaders in the city, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But first off, speaking of which, the acting LA City Council president right now posted on social media tonight that the apology is not enough and that de León needs to step down. I think your constituents and the people watching this want to know what's in your heart, right? Who's the real Kevin de León? Is it the Kevin de León sitting here right now with me, or is it the Kevin de León who was in that meeting, who didn't step up, who didn't say anything?
I failed at that moment where I should have stepped up, but that's not who I am.
What is Kevin de León going to do? Will you resign your council seat?
Let me say that I'm not going to mince words. I'm not going to deflect blame. I'm not going to defend the defenseless. I know I have to do the hard work. I have to do the really damn hard work to repair and to restore, you know, the breach of trust that I've lost with so many folks. You know, but my district does deserve representation, and I plan on continuing to represent my constituents.
Take me inside that conversation, because I think a lot of people were just sort of horrified by the concept of it, you know, and obviously you're not the first politicians to have sort of a backroom, you know, situation like this where a group of politicians are sort of meeting to kind of carve up the city and talk about this sort of redistricting issue. How did this meeting come about, and what was the ultimate goal?
The meeting was called by then Council President Nuri Martinez. She asked us to attend this meeting. I was invited to the meeting. The role that I wanted to play is I wanted to have a voice in terms of representation for my district, irrespective if I were to be there for many years or not that many years.
Of course, there's been past injustices too for Latino representation, but the problem is during this meeting, you know, we heard Gil Cedillo say very clearly that he wanted to carve up historic African-American seats and change them over to Latino seats. People hear that and they hear a very racist situation playing out there, and it seemed like nobody stood up and said, hey, no, that's totally wrong.
Yeah, but it didn't work out. It didn't, at the end of the day, it didn't pan out that way. Yeah, without question, folks are entitled to their thoughts, to their opinions. I can't speak for someone else on what their thoughts, what comes out of their mouth.
But you didn't stop them, though.
You know, and I failed in my leadership in doing so, and that's where I failed. I didn't step up, and I didn't intervene, and I didn't put a stop to it. And I am forever sorry for that.
Right. No, I understand. Nuri Martinez obviously said something absolutely vile. She compared Mike Bonin's young black son to a little monkey. At that point, I mean, you sort of touched on this, but why not say, that's really horribly racist and not acceptable, or just get up and leave?
I was just shocked. I was completely shocked, obviously.
But you made a joke after it, though. But you made a joke about her son being like a purse right after that. So I mean, is that really shock?
The comment was directed more towards Nuri Martinez and her penchant for having luxury accessories and luxury goods. It was a joke towards her and not towards Mike Bonin's family. But nonetheless, I apologize to Mike Bonin's family.
And also tonight, council members Mike Bonin and Marquise Harris-Dawson both retweeted a post from an LA Times columnist saying the apology was the longest, most insincere, most self-serving non-apology I've ever heard. So at this point, we are hearing reaction. It's not good for de León. I don't know if it'll make a difference. Yeah. He seemed pretty resolute today.
Yeah, no kidding.
Any chance on when he's going to go back to work? He's not going to resign yet.
Exactly. So we did ask him about that, and he seemed more focused on the healing process and reaching out to various community organizations and leaders. I did ask, you know, what does it look like when you go back? How do you go back in that room with these council members who have said, we don't want you here? He seems...
Everyone, you know, practically everyone wants him out.
100%, from the president of the United States to the governor to the mayor. Yeah, absolutely. So when he returns is not clear, and, you know, the council members can stay away for, I think it's about 60 days. So I don't know if he'll come back before then.
Okay. All right. Tom, well, thank you for that exclusive.